It is Friday. It is not Thursday. I am thankful for so much. And I'm disappointed at the same time because I forgot to do this yesterday. But it's Friday. And today I am thankful for. I'm thankful that I do work with some great people. I talked about my job a few times, but I work with some really good people. There's a few different departments in the operation that I work with or whatever. And within them, especially one in particular, it's just a lot of cool people. And then it's a good time to work alongside. They're good at the job. They take it seriously and all that stuff. And today, one of them, because last week, my goodness, last week something happened on Friday that I was really just bothered by. And a couple of colleagues, just made me laugh, reminded me, I could just be happy regardless and just put it in perspective. And and that helped. It really helped. It made me appreciate the different dynamics that I get to experience at my job. And so today, one of those colleagues got me something that made me laugh about the whole thing, like about the thing that actually bothered me last week. This thing that this colleague got me made me laugh about what happened. And it just does put things in perspective of how we dictate how we digest things. Even when those things are a problem, it's still up to us how we process it. And it doesn't have to be just overwhelming or bothersome. You can still find humor in a lot of these things, You can, laugh about a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff you can laugh about. Some things are not a joke, but some stuff that really seem like shouldn't be funny is really where you find some of the biggest laughs when you really think about it. But and that's side note, sidebar. That is something that I have not yet, but really should kind of do some spiritual biblical studying on and pray about. It's just God's sense of humor and what it even means as a human being to bear the image of God through Christ and have a sense of humor. Like what are some of the pitfalls with it as well? Because some things are a trap. Laughing at some things gets you caught up. And finding certain things funny are an indicator of some other things that may need to be dealt with. I'll say things maybe 40 more times in this video. But I'm thankful just for a lot of the cool people I work with. But bigger picture, like more, I'm thankful for God's grace. And I say it a lot. But a lot of times when I'm saying it, I'm thinking of different aspects and effects of His grace. Because it's so all-encompassing that I can't get my head around it. But I'm committed to receiving it and being whole in it. But I'm thankful for His grace and His mercy and His love. Because earlier today, before this funny gift, earlier today I was just thinking about how I have not, like I have constantly, even through the past few years, even a lot of progress that I've made, even with experiencing some breakthroughs with habits and mental health and all of that, how it was still difficult for me, or how I wasn't deliberate about truly just abiding and trusting and resting. Man, that what is that? That jacket on that bench is getting on my nerves, but it's there, so it's in the video. But I wasn't really fully abiding. I trusted God to open doors for me to be able to work and do things. And when I got out of the hospital, it was really a week later, I had a job. and it was a godsend. But at no point did I feel, think, or believe that I could or should really rest and heal and recover in a more practical sense, like literally like sabbatical or taking time. Now, while I was working, I was still praying and seeking the Lord and again making progress and healing in a lot of ways. But I didn't see myself as being eligible for full rest. I felt like I had to do. Even as I learned to stop doing certain things, even as I learned to trust God in a lot of new ways, I was hyper vigilant with a lot of things, and I did not. It's like I trusted God to take care of me, but I believed that it was still based on me just flat out taking care of myself, even if it continued to be a detriment to my well-being and my health. And battling the pressure of trying to take care of myself while trying to trust God that He'll take care of me, it's been a back and forth thing, an ebb and flow. And I haven't really rested in God taking care of me or Him empowering me to take care of myself. Sometimes that's how I feel, and I feel assured. But a lot of other times, I'm buying into this narrative that I'm all I got. That I gotta take care of myself. I gotta work. I gotta do certain things. And if I don't do those things, then I'm cooked. That I don't get to rest in a practical sense. I hope this makes sense. And so the reason I'm thankful for God's grace is because He's showing me how, even though, yes, I made progress, even though, yes, it was Him who even gave me the opportunities to, have a job and eventually get a car and all of that, that He's bigger than me. He's bigger than what it is I think I need to do to take care of myself. And even these past couple of years, His rest has always been available to me to labor and enter into fully. And it's still there. It's still there. And it's not so much about just quitting a job, but it's really just about trusting Him completely and obeying. Because that's the part that is not always clear when I think that I got to do all these things for myself. Is that what I'm jeopardizing is my actual obedience and alignment with God. And that I'm not abiding. And that if I trust Him, that even if I am still going to work and doing the things I need to do, even when my health really would suggest not doing that. But if I'm doing it truly trusting fully in Him, then I'm aligned and the outcomes are different. Then I experience a fullness. And that's what His grace covers. It covers the fact that, I still was not really trusting Him for real, and I still struggle. But it also brings the correction and a sense of urgency to know that the time is now, to just yield and show me how. So I'm thankful for His grace and that I can rest in it. I can rest in it. That I truly can rest in it. And I can trust Him to take complete and total care of me. This job is not my livelihood. Money doesn't take care of me. Dollar amounts don't take care of me. Me working myself or me jeopardizing my health is not what takes care of me. He, Yahweh Most High, through Christ, takes complete and abundantly, exceptionally good care of me. And I can rest in that. So even when I get ready for work, I can rest in the fact that me going to work is not my security. And remind myself of why I'm going, because I truly still believe that this is where God has me for now. And I've been obedient to not abandon it or go in different directions, even when those paths opened up. Because I believe confidently that God told me to stay. And if I'm wrong about that, I believe in His ability, capacity to correct me and let me know I was wrong. And I've actually prayed about it. Like, Lord, am I wrong? Am I tripping? Did I hear you wrong? Because a lot of days I really hate my job. Like, hate it. More specifically, I just hate some of the persistent, unnecessary, toxic problems. But a day like today, I am reminded that I do get a lot of inspiration from a lot of the people that I work with and a lot of the other people in the community that I serve. And I don't hate that. I really do enjoy that. And most days, I do get at least a few. Most of my shifts, I get a few really solid, good laughs and a couple of inspirational conversations. And that's truly something to be grateful for. So I remind myself that I don't really hate my job. I just hate certain aspects of the problems and certain injustices and other things like that. So I'm thankful for God's grace and that it's Him that takes care of me and that He continues to invite me into learning more and more what it means to truly abide in Him and to enter the rest of the finished work. And so that I'm not doing anything, like when I work or whatever it is I do, I don't do it to earn grace. I don't do it to arrive at a place where I have now qualified for rest. I work from the abundant and unmerited gift of the rest and the comfort and the safety and the redemption of the provision that He offers. That's all settled. And what I do because it's all settled. And those distinctions really do matter. So I just thank Him for reminding me, for walking me through that. And yeah. It's already done. He did it all. And now what I do out of the fullness of what He's already completed. So if you're watching this and you know, maybe you can relate. Maybe you go back and forth between, yeah, I'm trusting God, He takes care of me, to I'm really out here just taking care of myself, and I'm all I got. Or, I can't quite trust God to take care of me because I know if I don't do this particular thing for myself, I'm doomed or whatever. Like if you go back and forth between some of those perspectives and don't feel you can truly relax and don't feel that even when you're not well, even when you're sick or even when you need time, don't feel that you deserve it or that you've earned it or that you qualify for it. Like all these are just distortions of how complete and total His goodness truly is. And if you struggle with that and you relate to this, I pray that you'll hear His heart for you and the fullness of His love for you, and that you will embrace the finished work and just ask Him to help you to rest, to yield and to trust, and to reject all those distortions that try to, sow seeds of deception about us not being for you. So, and if you don't know God, if you know these words, if you know the word God, you heard the name Jesus, if you got ideas about Christianity, but you yourself don't think that Jesus is for you or real, or, I pray that you would know that he is truly life. He is life. He is light. He is love. He is hope. And so much of what we learn about him is just distortions. And it's the saddest part. So many distortions and deceptions about who he is. But he proves himself to be true from within us. We can hear about him from others. We can experience him in special ways from others. We could definitely experience the counterfeit, the wolves in sheep's clothing that claim to represent him but really do harm. But even when we experience or get a peek at the genuine heart of Christ through others, it is what he does in us to prove himself that makes him so worthy of our confidence and our faith. And that is my prayer for you, if you don't know him, that you would get to know him through your own spirit, in your own heart, in a meaningful way that changes you and heals you and touches you and does miraculous, powerful things in you. But you don't have to rely on what nobody else is saying, because that's ridiculous. Why would you commit your life to a concept that you yourself have not actually experienced to be true? I think that's insane. Don't follow Jesus because somebody else telling you to, because your parents do. Don't choose him. Don't receive him. Don't use his name and join his club because that's what's around you or whatever, or it feels compelling for these very social reasons, because that's a real thing. Receive him for who he is. See the vastness of your need for him, and see his far surpassing grace as more than sufficient to meet that need and exceed that need. And know him for yourself. That's my prayer, that you would know him for yourself, that you would discover him and be transformed and made new in him, because you are made of him. In him, you live, you move, you have your being. He's the word. He's the substance of all human life. So, get to know him. All right, now stay blessed.